Hey people, welcome to the Wednesday stream. Hope you're all doing well. It is May the 10th. It is just before 6:30 a.m. I decided to fire up the stream a minute or two early. And it's a hot 28 degrees here in Toronto. And it's going to be getting hotter and muggier. I'm currently in a bit of a shady spot here to start the stream. Already my phone is telling me that it's too hot. But welcome everyone, it's another hump day for those of you who keep track of that sort of thing. Or just a regular Wednesday for everyone else. And we got a good crowd here right off the bat. Leo Chung, how you doing? Hello Karen. Good to see you. What's up Zach and Joseph? Alan K. Hello Rosalina. And Jillian and Harjot. What's up Lee John? And we got Gertij, hello. Steglash. John Nicholson's in the house. Chantel is here. William Elliott, good to see you. Susie and Yvonne. Welcome one, welcome all. Our gang, the Little Rascals. Hello, Mr. Ree? Mystery, I get it. Haha, mystery. Hey, KLE, how you doing? What's up, Tim? 60s Freak is here. Bradley Taylor. Reggie. Robert Armstrong. Pine Sol, Ashnix. Got a good crowd here. Already well over 100 people. Aldolfo, hello. WMD. And everyone else. I know I probably missed someone in there, but hello back to all of you. We're going to get the show on the road. I'm on the east side here, Cabbagetown. And I think we're going to go east. We're going to keep going east. Hey, cheers KLE. There's a look west. It's towards Yonge Street off in the distance there. Hey, Carol LE, hello. And hello to Wilbur. How you doing, Wilbur? There's a good boy. I assume Wilbur's a boy. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Good to see you also. So I'm thinking I'll walk up Parliament to Bloor and then we'll go over the viaduct and maybe we'll take a walk along the Danforth heading east for a while until I feel like it's time to stop going east, and then we'll head west again on another street back towards downtown. I love these old townhouses here. Hello Steve, how you doing? The fountain is on. Anniversary Park. You like the yellow? Yeah, I like how they're all kind of different colors, you know. Hey Serge, how you doing? It's going to be a great summer, says Rob. Hopefully. Hi. Why, hello there. Alright, can I get to the other side without getting run over? Thank you. Cheers. Very nice motorist decided to let me cross there. They were parking anyway. They weren't intending to go any further. They just pulled over to park right there. Hey Brent, how you doing? Hello, Charles. And Marla, hello. And Howard Charco, what's up? Actually, that's Marlette. Marlette, not Marla. Hello to you. E-Story, how you doing? Busy Parliament Street. It's always quite bustling here. When I first moved to Toronto, to my neighborhood, which is just less than a 10-minute walk from here, I used to sort of avoid coming to Parliament Street for some reason. Not sure why, but after a while I realized it was actually a very awesome street. Lots of good stuff on it. Alright, just crossing Carlton. Hey, hello Jada, happy Wednesday. We already had our first unhinged yellers, you know. That's just part of the experience now, I guess, whenever you're taking a walk around Toronto. A Wing Zero. I'm going to be walking east. I'm kind of looking forward to walking away from the sun. It was all overcast and rainy earlier in the day. I didn't want it to be rainy still, but I wouldn't mind if it was still overcast, to be honest.
Wait, so is the car not?
That was my day. It was all right. I was out and about earlier. Then I came back in, chilled out for a while inside with my AC. Had some cereal. I had Shreddies instead of a Vector. Shreddies was on sale for a really good price, so I grabbed some of that instead of the Vector. You know, like to switch it up every now and then, right? Hello, Whippy Dude. What's the temperature? It's around 28 degrees Celsius. Feels quite humid. I think tomorrow is going to be really humid though, much more so than today. L'Avenue on Parliament. I like how they're adding nice little touches like this to the sidewalks, you know? Convenience books and video. Can you dig it? I can dig it. Hey, Toronto's Do Up Music guy. What up, what up? Yeah, I don't understand the people wearing coats. I haven't really noticed any, but maybe someone else did, but I don't get it. And you still see young dudes, young teenagers mostly, teenage boys who walk around in big heavy black hoodies with the hood up. It's just like some sort of fashion thing, you know? Even if it's 30 degrees. Hey, Famous Master, hello. And a Picard. Engage. Hello, Greg. I found a friendly stone here. Where is it? There it is. It's a very friendly stone. Someone was having fun with a marker. Let's just pretend that that's supposed to be a Charlie Chaplin mustache. We'll just pretend that that's what they meant to do. I guess that was more like a rock than a stone, right? A stone is small usually. Then again, a rock is small. I don't know. A boulder? Was it a boulder? Where do you differentiate between a rock and a stone and a boulder? Is it by poundage? Hey, Lena, hello. Are you having some technical difficulties, Susie? We're walking past St. Jamestown. To an ant, a rock is a boulder, right? Mr. Adam's apple. Welcome to the Steamy stream. Good job. Good job. This is St. James Cemetery, one of the oldest cemeteries in the city here. The necropolis is another one that's in the same area. Much smaller though than St. James. Now he just peeled out for some reason. Wanted to make his tires go squee. I'm going to the FIFA Fanfare concert tonight. Here's my 10K, alright. That should cover it, right? Isn't like Alanis Morissette or Bryan Adams or something like that playing? Alright, that's it for Parliament Street. Got a very busy Bloor Street here. We're gonna walk over the bridge. Over the bridge to a mysterious place called Greektown, or Riverdale even. There's just enough cloud cover to sort of keep the sun hidden. I like it. There are bits of blue sky, but there's also a lot of cloud too. So would you call that partly sunny or partly cloudy? If there's more clouds than sun, is it partly sunny? But if there's more sun than clouds, then it's partly cloudy? Hey Darlene, how you doing?
I genuinely kind of think it's
We are way above Rosedale Valley Road. That's pretty much philosophical. Yeah, that's what I try to go for on this channel, you know. Hey, Tavane. Got lots and lots and lots of cars. The sun has emerged from behind that cloud. Hot, humid hump day, the 3 H's. The 3 H's of June the 10th here. What's another H we can add? Hazy? Is it sort of hazy maybe? Hot, hazy, humid hump day. Back in the shade up ahead. We're about to leave downtown. Not sure, mystery. She's probably working right now. Unless she's on a run of days off. She'll like work a bunch of days, and then she'll have some days off, and then she'll work a bunch of days. Sometimes like 7, 8, 9 days in a row. Sometimes she'll work, I think, and then have some days off. Steeltown Mike and Cane Rack, hello. I noticed on her channel, Cookies and Chaos, she uploaded some compilations, some fun little compilation videos. A compilation of chaos videos, examples of her chaos, a compilation of tasting videos. There's no shade on the bridge at all. Ugh. Hey, just Smitty, hello. Kind of hard to see the chat right now. Just a heads up, the sun is shining directly on my screen, so it's quite hard to see anything. Hot in Hamilton, yeah, no doubt. Oftentimes Hamilton is hotter than Toronto. Hello, Pamela. Over the valley, the Don Valley. On days like this, I can't help but wonder if I'd feel much cooler if I had my head shaved short and my beard shaved off. Probably would make a bit of a difference. Got all this heavy hair cover here. I can hear a train going underneath the viaduct here. Hey, evening, Lisa. Hello, Leo. How you doing? Watching from Auburn, New York. Hey, welcome. Our neighboring U.S. state, if you're a Torontonian. Ontario and New York State border one another. On YouTube, yeah. You want to say hey? Yeah, this way.
Guys, subscribe to the channel.
Cheers! Right on. Have a good one. You heard him. Who are we to argue with him? I should clarify that this part of Ontario borders New York State. Like south central and southeastern Ontario borders New York State. Southwestern Ontario borders Michigan. And even part of northeastern Ontario borders Michigan. And the far-flung reaches of northwestern Ontario border Wisconsin. Ontario is huge. Basically extends from what is basically like borderline New England in upstate New York, sort of like the eastern side of upstate New York, close to the Vermont border, all the way over to Wisconsin, which is considered the Midwest in the United States. And whatever part of Ontario you live in kind of reflects those geographical differences between the regions, you know? Like Kingston looks very much like a city you might find in the New England states, Vermont or something like that, or just upstate New York for that matter. And Thunder Bay might as well be another city in Wisconsin or something. Got Duluth, which is the nearest city to Thunder Bay. Hey, Lumiakin. Brockville, Ontario really looks like a traditional New England town, the way you would picture it. That's in eastern Ontario, southeastern Ontario. Old colonial style architecture. Hey, quad mods. Ugh. That's a long walk over the viaduct when the sun is beating on your back the entire time. No shade to be found on the viaduct. This is a big ass line for the Danforth Music Hall, I think. Let's go to the other side though, because the other side is the shady side. Yo, Alex. Looks like a very Gen Z crowd here. Probably someone I've never heard of is playing. Or if I have heard of them, I've probably listened to one or two songs and rolled my eyes. Ah, much better. Hey, 315 Tricky, hello. But look at the lineup. Look at the line. Hey, Cookies and Chaos. Alright, let me look at the chat, because I couldn't see a thing there for almost the entire time I was walking over the viaduct. It's humid, yes, just Smitty. It's not super duper humid today, but it will be tomorrow. No clue, how you doing? Hello, Guy? Or is it Guy? Guy or Guy? Depending if you're francophone or not, I guess. The dank is upon us, right? My favorite time of year. The lineup goes from the Danforth Music Hall, which is quite a ways up there, all the way around the corner here onto Broadview. One thing I've noticed about this new wave of like musicians, recording artists, singers, whatever you want to call them, almost all of them now come from a connected, wealthy family where their parents are somehow involved in the entertainment industry, or they're just downright rich in some way, or they're the children of celebrities, you know, that sort of thing. That seems to be the norm now. Almost all the big names in the new younger set of singers, songwriters all come from a background like that. I mean, you might still occasionally have like some kid from a meager background who just writes some songs and puts them on the internet and blows up, you know? That's how Justin Bieber got started, right? But you don't hear about that sort of thing happening as much anymore. Jane Remover, that's who's playing tonight. Who is that? I have no idea. Hey, Pizza Man, hello. Okay, thanks for the info on Jane Remover. But I think when Justin Bieber blew up on YouTube, he wasn't singing original songs or anything, right? He was just sort of busking on the streets of Stratford, doing covers, I think, right? He was like one of the first people to blow up via YouTube, I think. As a musician, singer, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Carl Roth? What's up, Canadian Conservative? I haven't watched that yet, but I saw it pop up on my feed last night, and when I saw it, it had 0 views. I saw it literally seconds after it was uploaded. It's kind of unusual or rare to catch a Rick Beato video when it has 0 views. So I took a picture, I was like, hey, wow, look at that, 0 views. Let's document this. It's almost impossible to do that with a popular channel, to see it have a video with 0 views like that. Hey, Chantel, $5. Buy a Boston cream donut and a drink. Thank you so much, Chantel. And Alan got back-to-back supers, $3. Stop in for a cool drink. Happy hump day. Thank you to both of you, Chantel and Alan. Very much appreciated. Hey, is Vivian Johnson here? Hello, hello. $326-ish people watching. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. And good evening, Lorraine McLean. Whew. R10 Gaming, hey hey. We're going to stay on the north side of Danforth. Did the sidewalk dance there. So how far will I go here along Danforth? Let's see if I can make it to Maine. It's more than hot enough. And this is just the beginning. Tomorrow is going to be worse. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I'll probably be out recording videos, so I'll be out in it. It might be raining also tomorrow, along with the mugginess. Maybe some thunderstorms. It'd be cool to get a good thunderstorm video. Those are rare and kind of hard to do. It's hard to be at the right time in the right place with your camera at the ready. Hello, other Greg, and hello, Transit Mobile Scooter. I do have some thunderstorm videos that I managed to capture though. Torrential downpour, thunderstorm, lightning, all of the above. I even have a thunder snow video where I was walking through a heavy snowstorm with thunder and lightning. Now that's rare. I have one video like that. A thunder blizzard. Yeah, that's always a possibility, a transit video if the weather is not suitable for walking. Or some other sort of indoor video.
I think she did.
Hey, Kevin, hello. You can tell where the popular eateries are around here, right? Tim Hortons, the most basic place you could imagine on the Danforth here, and yet it has the most food delivery bikes parked in front of it, more so than any other restaurant. Imagine having access to all these restaurants in the neighborhood here and ordering from Tim Hortons. Wasn't there a band called Thunder Blizzard? I bet you there is one. Hey, hello Jefferson and Cam. Alright, we're in a Greek town now, if I haven't already mentioned that. I think I have. Hey, Mark M. Here's sort of like the centerpiece of Greek town over here. Alexander the Great Parquet, nice fountain. Looks very refreshing. Imagine they all take the washroom breaks at the same Tim Hortons. In my video that I posted yesterday, I was walking past an apartment building on Elm Street that seemed to have dozens of delivery bikes parked all along in front of the building. It was just a regular looking apartment building. And I was thinking, do all the delivery dudes live here in this building? Have I found... It's very noisy here right now. Have I found the residential nexus of all the Toronto delivery dudes? I have to stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm alright. I do quite well walking for long distances in hot weather without requiring water. I don't know, it just doesn't bother me so much. I've joked before that I'm part camel, maybe, I don't know. I just seem to be able to do it. I got 2 dirty looks in a row from passersby. I'm clearly up to no good here. IQ Living. How smart do you have to be to shop here? Or how dumb do you have to be? That is the question. For cookware. That's a store I'll probably never have a need to ever enter. But maybe Cookies and Chaos will need to go in there. It's a bit out of her neighborhood though. There's another one there, Kitchen Stuff Plus. Yeah, this is sort of like the East End version of the neighborhood that Cookies and Chaos lives in. It's the same street though, it just has a different name. Bloor and Danforth are the same street. Hello Hunden, how you doing? My pizza pan actually is looking a bit worse for wear these days, so I might have to replace it. Although I'll most likely just go to Dollarama. How fancy does a pizza pan have to be, really? I think the one I have now I got at Dollarama like over 10 years ago. Hey, the mighty runt. We got 333 concurrent viewers right now. Let's see if we can get to 444. It's been a while since I've cracked the 400 viewer mark. I mean, it does happen fairly often, but it seems like hasn't happened in the last several streams. I think there's too much other stuff going on, keeping people busy around the city, you know, games, all the stupid sports going on all the time. Being out and enjoying the weather instead of sitting at home watching some guy live stream. I have a feeling though, once the World Cup is underway, the views will probably go up as I'm walking around the city. Especially if I actually put the World Cup name in the title of the stream. I wonder if I'll get like a cease and desist from FIFA. They're like very protective of that brand, you know. All kinds of restaurants and bars and stuff can't even make any sort of advertisement that people can watch the World Cup there. They're not allowed to do that. It seems kind of ridiculous. Hey, Sal Smith, hello. They can just say like, watch the football here. Watch the unnamed football competition here. My stream title might have to be walking around as the hoopla surrounding a big worldwide soccer competition descends on Toronto. An unnamed worldwide soccer competition, or football, I suppose. Hello, Derek. Stephen Edwards. Welcome, welcome. Am I going to the Bryan Adams concert? No. I don't have any plans. Alright, we have our first Muzak zone here. I'm just going to briefly mute the audio as I scurry past here. They really want to make sure everyone hears their Muzak. That big ass speaker just sitting there. Oh my. I just lost my wind muff. The elastic just broke on my little wind muff here. Let me try and put it back on. I have another elastic. But I keep my elastic supply at the ready in my pocket here. Alright, there we go. I almost closed the stream though. My phone is very sensitive. I just touch it with a finger, just brushing the screen. And it like will do stuff. Apps will open, apps will close. Hey, Chris, go Cats, hello. Will the new social media ban? Not really, because only a tiny percentage of my viewers are under the age of 16. Like
Exercises or some shit.
single digit percentages we're talking here are under the age of 16. I mean, I do have a few that have popped into the chat from time to time that were younger than that, but it's rare. The vast majority of my viewers are between the ages of like 25 to 60, I would say. That's the bulk age group. Hey, Jollykins and Crikey, hello. So I said we're going to stay on the north side of the Danforth, but the construction back there forced me to cross to this side. I'm going to go back to the other side again. Take that, son. Hey, we passed 1 hour.
Yeah, she's rivals. Yeah, I've been to her rivals.
Why did the YouTuber cross the road? It's mega cleaners. You can get your stuff mega clean there. They still haven't fixed the sign here. This sign has been broken for a long time. Cool store, but they should definitely fix that sign. They probably just squeak by and they just really can't afford to shell out the money for a new sign. What's up, Advisorit? And Saika, hello. Milk and ice cream. good stuff, Gertage.
I wasn't there.
There's a Mexican store. Looks like a lot of fun. And that thing is a lot of fun. Nice to meet you. Let me shake your hand. Ah! Came right at me. Let me shake your hand. Let me shake your hand. Doesn't want me to shake his hand. Never mind. I tried, he just wasn't having it. Ooh. Oh, the hotness. The hotness. You believe it? Family Guy? What did Family Guy say? New nail spot. This place has been here a long time. But look, how can there be two? I thought that was the only cafe. How can this also be the only cafe? That's like on Gerard Street with the two Desi burgers next door to each other. Hey Choppy, how you doing? The world's best cup of coffee. That was also a thing in the movie Elf, right? I have a friend who loves the movie Elf so much that she would watch it all year round. And if it was ever like a birthday or something, you could never go wrong by just getting her some sort of elf related merchandise. Here's an elf mug. Here's an elf glass. Here's an elf puzzle. Davy Bears, hello. If you're just joining the stream, we're walking east on the Danforth. We went through Greektown already. We started in Cabbagetown on the east side of downtown, went over the Don Valley. And now we're staying on the shadier side of Danforth. Elf? I meant elf. E-L-F, not elf. Elf the movie with Will Ferrell. I guess elf and elf kind of sound the same. Trojan Elk Explorer. Elf, not elk. So many sound-alike words here. Whew. That's the sound I make when I feel hot. So I think my plan is to walk all the way to Maine before I turn off of the Danforth, but man, it's still a ways up there. See what those tall buildings are? Way up there. That's where Main Street is. Might be another half an hour walk or more. Paul Blunt. Delightful breeze. Oh yeah. You plan to see Obsession? I just watched the Michael Jackson movie the other night. Michael. I'm kind of glad I didn't go see it in the theater. I didn't think it was all that good. I mean, it was all right. The musical sequence, like the musical performances were good. The guy who played Michael was good. Both young Michael and older Michael. Like, that's his nephew in real life playing older Michael, right? The little kid was good, though, who played young Michael. So all the musical stuff was really good. But the story just was barely there. It was just a very basic sort of music biopic or whatever. Here's Michael as a young boy when his dad was mean to him. Here's Michael as an older boy when his dad was still mean to him. Right? It just went through all the very basic points of his life that everyone knows. That we've all seen a million times. Here he is, starting to be kind of a weird guy with his chimpanzee and his giraffe. Hey, Mary and the color purple, hello. I'm doing very well, Mary. Hope you are as well. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. It always seems awkward to say.
They don't send you home until you turn. I don't know why.
But I think I might go to the theater to see Disclosure Day, though. See a good old-fashioned Steven Spielberg alien movie. Sounds good to me. The reviews so far are really good. Not that you can always believe that, but I think it'll most likely be good. Some of my all-time favorite movies are Steven Spielberg alien movies, right? You got Close Encounters, you got E.T. Even his War of the Worlds movie was really good, I thought. Especially the first half. Steven Spielberg has the same birthday. Hey, that's awesome. And hello, John Rocks. Hey, Chantel, another super $2 by No Name Salt and Vinegar chips at Shoppers. That's what I've been doing all the time lately. That seems to be my go-to thing now for salty snacks. The No Name Salt and Vinegar at Shoppers are no frills. And $2 is enough to buy a bag, even more than enough sometimes. Thank you very kindly once again, Chantel. Much appreciated. I got the Superman curl, I just noticed. Dun 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 dun.
Yes, one's in South America and the other.
Jacques has been a City Dweller member for 21 months. That is awesome. Thank you, Jacques, if you're watching or listening. And hello, Thomas. There's the Cosmic Pizza and Donair. I should put a gel in my hair. I always thought that felt gross the few times when I did it. I mainly did it just as part of a costume or something. I put gel in my hair, but the whole time I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home and wash this out. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Theon. Aliens are real. I wouldn't argue that there probably are some other planets somewhere in the universe that have life on them, yeah. In that sense, I believe aliens are real. But have they visited the Earth while we've been a species? Probably not. I have yet to see anything that suggests that that has ever happened. even if there are like millions of planets that have life on them, say even millions of planets that have intelligent life on them all throughout the universe is just so old, and the space between us and most of the rest of the universe is just so vast, right? A species could evolve on a planet and live out its entire lifetime as a species over hundreds of thousands or millions of years and then die out. And that could take place millions of years before we even came to be here on Earth. Like the chances of two technologically advanced species sort of coexisting and being close enough to one another to be aware of each other, or let alone visit one another, just seems infinitesimal to me, right? Just too much time and too much space.
Yeah, the one that
Like maybe a million civilizations have come and gone on other planets throughout the universe before we even appeared on this planet as a species. Yeah, there could be billions of Earth-like planets, that's true. But have they all come to be at the same time? That's pretty unlikely. Have they all evolved at the same rate? That's highly unlikely. And are they even close enough to one another to ever detect one another in any way? While they're both having a technologically advanced species on them? That seems very unlikely too. But I really want there to be aliens that come and visit us. Bring it on. I'd love to see it. Or I'd love us to go visit them, you know? That won't happen in my lifetime, sadly, but maybe in the distant future. You want to believe? You and Fox Mulder? Hey, have a good night, Transit Mobile Scooter. Glad you could pop in. Hey, Dusty, lurking and enjoying the stroll. Good stuff. Greetings. Thank you very much, Dusty. Glad you're enjoying, and thank you very kindly for the super chat. This part of the Danforth is called the Danny. Oh, Danny boy. Got a Muzak dude here. I might have to mute the audio again for a moment. And we're back. Oh, still there. Muzak dude came back. He left and then he came back. You were a 6th grade alien? The crash landing of aliens? No, I mean, that's a fun story. I just can't be brought to believe it had anything to do with actual aliens, no. Once again, for the same reasons I just talked about. I'd love to be proven wrong. I would really, really love to be proven wrong. Bring on the aliens. As long as they don't come here to destroy us. Bring it on. I want to meet them. I want to take a ride in their flying saucer. Davy Bears. Toronto has the 2nd city still. The 2nd city is the comedy troupe. So that's always been around. The TV show, though, is, you know, a thing of the past. It came and went. That's my it's hot sound again. We're getting closer to Maine. I can see those buildings looking this far away now. And burritos. Oh yeah. It's too hot for a burrito though. Give me a cold burrito. Minority Report isn't exactly about AI, no, but there's another movie by Steven Spielberg that is about AI. It's called, hello,
Hi.
It's called AI, AI, Artificial Intelligence. Which is a really, really good movie. I mean, some people don't like it. It's kind of one of those movies where either you hate it or you love it. I love it. Haley Joel Osment plays a little robot boy. There's a couple scenes in that movie that kind of blew my mind the first time I saw it. It's a hard movie though to watch for some people. It has some really sad scenes. Some really sort of gut-wrenching sad scenes, really. some people can watch it once and then they don't want to watch it again because it's too much for them to see a second time, right? I've seen it several times, so I can rewatch that one. Hey, yakking with friends, hello. Hey, cheers KLE. Barbarian arm wrestler, hello. Arm wrestling. Yeah, we're on Danforth. Quad Mod says it's very creepy but good. There's two scenes in particular in that movie, in AI, artificial intelligence, that are like hard to watch, I guess, for some people. One near the beginning of the movie and one at the end of the movie. Oh, right on, Davy Bears. Yeah, it's going to be similar here tomorrow, Scott.
What's your stream?
The Ken Continuum on YouTube.
Canada what?
The Ken Continuum.
Ken Continuum?
Yeah, yeah.
What are you continuing?
I'm continuing to wander around the city. Yeah. All right, you too. Thanks. Thanks. Little robot, not robot, little robot friends. Speaking of AI. Yo! Someone just yelled, "Hey Ken." Yo! I think they just looked at my channel, maybe. Hello, new viewer. Mama May, hello. I am continuing to continue, right? Yeah, tomorrow's going to be brutal. I'm thinking of what I can do tomorrow for some videos and not subject myself to that disgustingness. A mall walk, maybe? Transit video? I don't know. The Union Station update. Anywhere where it's air conditioned, basically. Hey, Raphael. Gary Bradley. It's just going to be disgustingly hot tomorrow. Hot and muggy. More so than today. Today's like borderline, you know, borderline disgustingly hot, but bearable. Mary Margaret McMahon. That's a lot of like M sounds, you know, for a name. It's like that song, you know, that was popular by the Crash Test Dummies. What's up, Zen Casserole? And Urban Andrew. You never liked the Crash Test Dummies? They were pretty popular for a while in Canada, mainly. I think they had a few songs that broke through elsewhere in the US and some other countries. Enough so that Weird Al did a parody of that song, right? You know you've had an impact if Weird Al does a parody of you. I saw them actually in concert in North Bay during the height of their fame. Hey, Creative Mistress, hello. Yeah, that's the dude with the deep voice. I believe they were from Winnipeg. They were a Winnipeg band. The Superman song, that was another one. What is this all about? Something to do with this kids club here. Yeah, I think they did that song Peter Pumpkinhead also, yep. Still got over 320 some odd viewers here. That's awesome. Thanks all. If you're a new viewer, by all means, hit the subscribe. If you're enjoying the walk, you can watch more streams like this. I do them regularly, a few times a week. And I post pre-recorded walks on the other days of the week. Come and say hi in the chat if you've never done so. If you want, hit the notification bell also if you do subscribe, and you won't miss any of my streams or videos. Yeah, Superman song, I mentioned that one, yeah. Superman never made any money. I can't do that deep voice. Saving the world from Solomon Grundy. How the hell does he sing so low? I have a pretty deep voice, but I cannot go that deep. Maybe first thing in the morning when my voice is all kind of a bit hoarser. My vocal cords are a bit more rested, maybe.
I think you started. Did you not start singing off?
Hey, thank you, Chantel. Blue Meaford, hey, long time no see. Nice of you to pop in. We're walking east on Danforth. We've been walking along the Danforth for quite a while now. Hey, look, those tall buildings are looking much closer now. That's where I'm heading. That's where Main Street is. Japanese foods, British foods, soft serve ice cream, gifts of all kinds, Bonanza food and gift.
I tried that. I haven't tried this one.
Little courtyard here, kind of nice, little shady spot beside the wool store. Sit there and do some knitting. The Jays are getting shellacked. That seems to happen every time I stream. Every time I stream, the Jays are playing, but they always get shellacked every time I stream. It's John's hobby shop here. This kind of store was my nirvana when I was a kid. There was a store like this in my hometown, North Bay. And even when it was closed, I would just come and stare in the window when I was a little boy. I would just look in the window at all the stuff with my face pressed up against the glass. Just dreaming of everything in there. There was usually like an electric train set display in the window or something. Hey, thank you, Alan K. For those who like to send support but don't want to send part of their support to Google, that's another option. Whew, there's that sound again. At least I'm getting lots of green lights. My timing is good. Hey, Sal Smith. $2. Acknowledging the Google cut. Thank you very much, Sal Smith. Very much appreciated, Sal. Cheers. Oy vey, it's hot out here. Here's the New York style pizza joint that I have yet to try. I wonder how it compares to like north of Brooklyn. This one seems a bit more sort of old school family run type place, you know? Not like a hipster pizza place. Like north of Brooklyn is very much a hipster sort of pizza place. This one does not seem like that. This one seems like it could be in like Brooklyn or something, more so than north of Brooklyn. I used to be an arm wrestler. In high school. There was a bit of an arm wrestling scene going on when I was in high school. It went through a big wave of popularity. And I was good. I was a good arm wrestler. I mean, for like a 16-year-old boy. I had a spare when I was in high school. When I was around 16, I had a spare period, so I would go to the weight room. I had a 40-minute window during the school day to go into the weight room at my high school, and I would work out pretty much every day, or 5 days a week when I was at school. Look at this huge cluster of towers that's here now. This was not here a couple years ago, right? There was one, and some of the older apartment buildings were there. The old brown 1960s or 70s apartment buildings were there, but all these taller ones here are brand new. Still under construction, obviously, as you can see. Do 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 do. Yeah, the lighting is pretty nice right now. Looking towards the buildings there. Do 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 do. Whew, there's that sound again. Yeah, the sun is getting a bit less, you know, strong now. It's getting lower. I'm going to access this bench for a second. What's my battery at? Oh, my battery is dropping here. The power bank does not seem to want to keep the phone charged when it gets too hot or too cold. It's either one or the other. Good stuff, Harjot. Don't let the sun go down on me. Actually, I don't mind. Let it go down. It took us almost 2 hours to walk to Main Street from Cabbagetown. Here's the old buildings that have been here forever. Like 50 plus years. Lots of sun songs out there, even Sunshine of Your Love, which I talked about during my last stream. Alright, we're walking south. No more walking east. I just wanted to get a closer look at these buildings. I haven't been around here since they got tall. I like the colors, you know, they're mixing it up here. It's pretty massive. I mean, these big ass buildings just spring up simultaneously here. And there's another one under construction a bit further down. I think it'll be taller even than these ones. There it is over there. We are far from downtown, obviously. 2 hours walking from downtown. There it is. Get to the tower. Get to eat. This is Danforth Go. Look towards downtown. See the Sky Tower there in the center of the shot, and then of course that other tower that you might recognize, and then the Aura. Hey, Jacqueline, hello. Train kind of sits here for a while, doesn't it? I think it's going to move though. It's about to head out. Here comes another inbound train. It's just fun watching trains come and go. Maybe you disagree. Long trains here. And you can ride the streetcar all the way back downtown. You can stay on the streetcar all the way to Broadview Station, I think. Not Broadview, Dundas West Station. Dundas West Station, far, far away. You agree on the train watching? This little area up here was once a separate town called East Toronto. And then it was annexed by Toronto. And over by Dundas West Station, where the Junction neighborhood is, that used to be another town called West Toronto. Now it's just known as the Junction, the neighborhood. But there were separate towns, East Toronto, West Toronto, and North Toronto. They were all separate towns that all became part of Toronto. No South Toronto though, that would be like on the islands or something. If the islands decided to have a proper name for the community. South Toronto. Will I walk back to the downtown? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Leaside was a separate town. Leslieville was just a neighborhood, as far as I know. Might have went through some name changes over the years. But Leaside was a separate town. It was sort of like a suburb at one time. Then it became part of East York. And then East York was part of the amalgamation, which formed the present day city of Toronto. But here's the old little downtown area of what was East Toronto. Main Street, that's why it's called Main Street. And it's not like in downtown Toronto, it's like this little town here. Once upon a time. It's like, let's go to Main Street. You know, a cute little town that got swallowed up by Toronto. We're walking along Gerrard. Well, I normally stream for 3 hours, so let's see how far I can get over the next hour. Sometimes I go over 3.5 hours, as I've done lately, but of course my phone battery and my gimbal battery also have something to say about that. Yeah, the streetcars go pretty far away from downtown, really. Going east and west. William Elliott. Hey, Raphael. North York was like a township that became a borough. And then Mel Lastman wanted it to be a city, so it became the city of North York. That was just a name thing, though. They just thought it sounded better, more legit to be the city of North York rather than the borough of North York. It still functioned exactly the same way as one of the lower tier municipalities in the upper tier municipality of metropolitan Toronto, which included Old Toronto, North York, Scarborough, Etobicoke, York, and East York. The old city and 5 boroughs surrounding. I see your comments, Barbarian. I see them. Whee! Got some police action. Hey, Sheena, hello. There's really awesome view of downtown once you go a bit further along Girard here. You can already see the aura sort of coming into view. The first the first glimpse of downtown as you walk along here. Got some sunset colors also starting to show. I think it was the Vagabonds. They were active for like decades before the Hells Angels came along. There was no Hells Angels chapter in Ontario for a long time. Hey, later, crikey. Residential Girard Street here. Yeah, I think it was the Vagabonds that escorted John and Yoko from the airport to Varsity Stadium when John Lennon played his big concert in 1969. The Toronto Rock and Roll Revival. Live Peace in Toronto. I think they were doing security at the concert also. And then during the Altamont concert in 1969, near the end of 1969, in California, they also decided to have a motorcycle gang provide security, and that one didn't go so well, did it? The Altamont concert famously ended up with some people getting killed. Getting beaten up by bikers, people in the crowd. Check out this view though. And it was filmed too. They were filming a movie of the concert. They kind of wanted it to be like a West Coast version of Woodstock. But it all went to shit. It did not turn out like that at all. Mick Jagger was like on stage begging everyone in the audience to like calm down and to stop fighting. He's like, cool out, cool out. They had to stop playing. I think somebody got stabbed. Like it was a shit show. Check these views out. Got the CIBC Square buildings. Both of them are glistening in the sun, or glinting, I guess. Not really glistening. glistening implies moisture, right? Glimmering? Glinting? They're doing something in the sun. Ooh, Sky Tower is coming into view. Oh man, look at that. Got more sun. Okay, I have to zoom in one more time. Got an even better shot of the Sky Tower there. Canada's new tallest skyscraper right there. 106 residential floors. Or I guess 105. The 106th floor is a restaurant, or will be a restaurant. But 3 mechanical floors above that, so 109 floors altogether. Robbo Wabba, hello. It's glistening. Hey Neville, good evening. I think I've seen that SCTV episode. Alright, we're getting some storefronts. Hey, speaking of the Rolling Stones, we were just talking about the Stones a few minutes ago. Dem is 7. Hello, hello, hello. Little strip of shops. Do some laundry. There's a pizza spot. Blue River. Pizza and more. And more. That piques my interest. I haven't streamed through here in a long time. Feels like several years, I think. The Naval Club of Toronto. This is Gerrard Street. It is similar looking to Kingston Road though, right? Hey, have a good night, Davy Bear. I thought we were in the West End. We're way in the way in the East End. We're way in the East End. Every once in a while, Elmer Fudd will just come out of my mouth for some reason. I really like these little sections of storefront, you know? You know? I say that a lot too, right? I know I say you know a lot. Here's Lady Kirk. Okay, I thought I was going to say Lady Bird, but no, Lady Kirk Avenue. East Gerrard East. That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah. Eventually, Gerrard Street will sort of like break into two parts. Once we get to Coxwell. There's another Gerrard Street. that runs east of Coxwell that's different than this Gerard Street. There's like 2 Gerard Streets. And then going west, once you cross Coxwell, you have to go down a few blocks. Hey, Paradigm Miner. Hello, hello. And once you're past Coxwell, it's just plain old Gerard Street East. I like this stretch here where all the houses are elevated here. You have these big staircases. Kind of reminds me of Davenport Road a little bit. There's a stretch along Davenport where all of the houses and apartment buildings are all on top of big tall staircases. I don't know, I might not, I never use Uber. If anything, I'll just hop on the streetcar if I don't feel like walking all the way back home. It's an easy way to get home. Much cheaper also. Hey, Sapand, happy Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, we have a bad signal area here. Years ago, I encountered some bad signal. Maybe that's why I haven't streamed through here ever since then. Is it better? All right. Lost about 125 viewers or whatever, but we're back, sort of. All of a sudden there's a nice cool feeling to the air. Just walking past a wooded spot, that's why. Alright, I think Coxwell is not too far. I think it's just right up ahead, actually. Then we can kind of get back into a bit more civilization after we cross Coxwell. A bit more familiar territory. Oh, this is cool. There's a wooden apartment building under construction up ahead here. Check it out. It's wood. Smells like a woodworking shop. Reminds me of when my grandfather had his woodworking little garage in the backyard at my grandparents' house. All the little birdies, yep. He would be there making my sister Melissa and me little toys out of wood. Like a wooden car, wooden airplane, wooden horse for Melissa. Another look at that building. It does have a cement core, like looks like a cement staircase or elevator core, but then the rest of the building is wood construction. Good evening, Matt. Yeah, I remember he made me a wooden old-fashioned World War I biplane. So this is Coxwell. So Gerrard Street sort of is interrupted. And we go down Coxwell. And then Gerrard Street continues again. But the funny thing is, it also continues east. Even though we're on Gerrard Street, east of Coxwell, over there, where we just came from. But now here's another Gerrard Street going east of Coxwell, down here. Will the real Gerrard Street please stand up? Or it's around here somewhere anyway. The other Gerrard Street is around here somewhere. I think it has a different name right here. Like Eastwood or something, but then if you look on a map, there is another Gerrard Street. Yeah, live on YouTube.
Oh yeah. What's your channel, bro? What are you up to right now?
No,
Just walking away? Yo, what's up, Steve? What's up?
Check out.
What's your Twitch name?
It's on YouTube.
What's it called?
The Ken Continuum.
The Ken Continuum. Okay,
Ken Continuum, yeah.
What kind of
Yeah,
content
check it out.
you make? IRL?
Yeah.
I know, but like, what
Yeah.
do you like?
I started downtown.
Yeah.
I walked all the way to Main Street.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm walking back downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big walk.
It's a lot of steps, yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm about to subscribe.
Find it. There I am, yeah.
Subscribe.
Awesome. Cheers, man.
32K, that's good.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. All right. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks a lot. See ya. See ya. New subscriber. Whew, all right. More familiar territory here on Gerrard again. Little India. Had to yell there. We were standing right next to that noisy truck. Juan is going to start live streaming walks in Toronto once you get enough subs. Awesome. Yeah, there's a whole community of us here. Probably run into one another eventually. All the best, Juan, in your new live streaming endeavors. Kind of peaceful here in Little India, or the Gerard India Bazaar as it's actually called. This is where the two Desi burgers are that are right next door to each other. Kind of just like the only cafe we saw on Danforth. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. There's some tasty smells when you walk through here, though. Very, very tasty. Hey, Chris Anderson and Toronto. Yeah, that's probably the most well-known restaurant in the neighborhood here. I remember it closed down for a while and people were sad and then it reopened. Chris M.A. I'm currently using a gimbal with a Samsung phone on the gimbal. That's pretty much it. A DJI gimbal and a kind of old Samsung S20 FE. An older phone, but still works well enough, I think. There's a list in the description below, actually, that lists all the gadgets I use when I do my streams and record my other videos, because I both do streams and I do pre-recorded videos also. I use a different camera for those. Hey, thanks for subbing. It's always awesome to have a new person pop into the chat. If any other viewers are new, first timers, by all means, come and say hi. You do have to sub first though, but you know, it's free. I've heard it feels good to hit the subscribe button. Maybe a little too good. Is that right, Pizza Man? Here's the battling Desi burgers. Every time I walk through here, I always have to show this. Desi burger. Desi burger. Desi burger. Desi burger. Hey, thank you, Matt Bross. As I like to say, do all the things, hit all the buttons. There's a bunch of them down there. There's a subscribe one, there's a like, there's a notification bell. Oh, I recognize this. I recognize that. That's an Afghan girl that was on the cover of National Geographic, right? Many years ago. She sort of became famous after that. And then they tracked her down in more recent years to take another photo of her. Brian Adams is on stage. I'm competing with Brian Adams? Oh no. No wonder the view numbers are down tonight. How can you compete with him? The beaches are east and south of here. East of Coxwell and about a kilometer south of here, down on Queen. Ouch. Took my sunglasses off and it got snagged in my hair. I think I pulled out a hair. Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man?
Hey, Quad Mods. How you doing, man?
Nice to see you.
Good to see him in your neighborhood here.
Yeah, I figured. It's like it's a lot nicer weather than the last time I saw you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
quite
true.
Remember, but I think it was
cold? Yeah, it was cold, yeah.
And you've been through, I think, a couple of times since, and I'm like,
yeah.
No, I'm good here. You know, I'm more. Hey, everybody.
Understandable. Yeah.
Say hi, everybody. Yeah. I'll work back up the driveway.
You ventured out into the humidity just to say hey. Yeah.
It's actually not as bad as it was before.
Yeah.
Before it was kind of dank.
It's going to be worse tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be truly dank.
It sucks where at work they have the fucking air conditioning. You know what I mean? It's
right.
So when you see people walking around with like hoodies and shit, it's probably because they work somewhere where it's freezing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'm always like putting it on and off all day long. You know.
Well, my AC is on in my apartment right now, and that's sort of like my end goal.
I don't know what it is. I just wait till I'm like already sweating and hot and frustrated to put my air conditioner in my window.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Ready to throw it down on the ground. I'm going to head back home again.
All right. Quad Mods, everyone.
Have a good evening,
all right.
everyone.
See you later, man. All right. Thanks for coming to say hi.
Yeah.
Later.
Cheers,
later. Got my first wheel 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Summer of '69, best summer. Hooey. I probably like Bon Jovi. Actually, I was never really much of a Bon Jovi fan, to be honest. I know a few of the hits, but that's really it. Never listened to Bon Jovi on my own for fun. Never thought, hey, I need to play some Bon Jovi. Nope. That thought has never crossed my mind, actually. Whew. I might actually make it all the way back downtown. Jeez. I didn't know if I was gonna do it, if I was gonna continue all that time. We're almost at 3 hours right now. Yeah, that was also the summer of Manson, that's true. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Hey, have a good night, Karen. Mana mana boo 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 doo boo. Mana mana boo boo doo boo. Mana mana boo 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 doo boo 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 doo boo boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo. Whew. Almost 3 hours and not even stopping for a sip of water. I truly am the human camel. I like how it's just called coffee shop. I'm not wearing shorts, no. I'm wearing black jeans. And a short sleeve shirt. Black jeans. Black shoes, short sleeve shirt. Oh, so I'm competing with Brian Adams and with Johnny. That explains a lot. Do I dive in the bathtub? I haven't taken a bath in like so long. I'm a shower guy. I don't even have like a proper plug for my bathtub, even if I wanted to take a bath. Megan, $3 for for a cold beverage. Camels need to hydrate too. That is true. That is very true, Megan. Camels are indeed living creatures who do need water, yes. Thank you very kindly, Megan. Much appreciated and very true. Not arguing at all. Nope, not wearing my Chucks. I'm wearing my Vessi shoes. They look muscular. Oh, thank you. Raphael. Hey, we just hit 3 hours. 3 hours. I'd say we're about a half an hour away from downtown, like the east side of downtown. Crossing Jones here at the Smokers Mart. This seems like so like 1950s or 60s or something. Let's go to the Smokers Mart. It's like something out of Mad Men or something. Van Smythe. We'll meet at Hooker Harvey's. Hooker Harvey's has been featured in some of my content lately, stream and pre-recorded video. The Grand Girard. So this used to be a theater. Hey, Steglash.
No, but I feel like, I mean, I feel like you're not thinking it.
Okay.
One of your best postcards. The Hooker Harvey's postcard. Yeah, I saw your Instagram reel about the ugliest building in Toronto. The corner of Bloor and Dundas. On the ugliest intersection in Toronto. I've also referred to that building as the ugliest building in Toronto, and so has Johnny. We're all in agreement there. Do I ever drink? Not usually. I usually feel okay, to be honest. Like, after the stream, of course, you know, I'll have a nice cool beverage. Actually, I'm going to end the stream at a grocery store, so I'm going to get some juice, like some lemonade or orange juice or something. And I need some soy milk. I'm all out of that. So I'll get a couple of things, maybe more. We'll see. Maybe I'll end the stream at a Freshco. There's 2 Freshcos on the east side I can choose from. There's a McDonald's, yep. You got the Gerrard Square Mall right here. We're out in public though, right?
Bye, Julia. Drive safely.
Wah, wah, he doesn't consent to my filming. There, you'll be okay. I think the woman he was with seemed a little embarrassed when he said that. She's probably rethinking the entire relationship now. Hey, Trans Canada, hello. I guess the whole concept of IRL streaming is just completely lost on him, you know, or people who agree with him. Mark Bass. What's up, Chris and other Chris? I'm still going. I've sort of got it in my head that I'm going to go all the way back downtown, so my legs just keep on moving. I am all right, William. there's the real jerk. There goes another GO train. All kinds of construction here. A new subway station will be taking form right there. Yeah, Rush has already played some shows with their new drummer. It's happening as we speak. It's done and done. Oh, that's right, eh? It's almost like getting close to closing time. Closing time, closing time. Yeah, I might not make it to Freshco in time. I'll have to go to a Shoppers Drug Mart. They're open 24 hours, or later anyway, midnight, 24 hours, depending on which one you go to. Yeah, thanks Chantel for reminding me that it was getting late. Still got a ways to go before we get to where the Freshcos are. At least there's always Shoppers. Yeah, Shoppers is expensive. That's the only thing. Expect to pay an extra $1 or $2 at Shoppers for the same things you could get at Freshco. Soy milk. I think soy milk at Shoppers is like $5.50 for a 2-liter carton. Maybe even $6. I don't know. It just seems ridiculously expensive there. At Freshco, you can get it for $5 normally, but they often have it on sale for like $3.50 or $4.50 sometimes. Yeah, $6 at Shoppers. That's ridiculous. Redonkulous. That's why I never normally buy my soy milk at Shoppers. And they never seem to put it on sale either for some reason. I never see it on sale there. Sometimes they put the juice on sale. Orange juice, like the No Name or President's Choice brand or something. The best thing about Shoppers is the No Name salt and vinegar chips. They're always cheap. They're often on sale even. Where you get them for even cheaper.
Hey, man.
Hey. Yeah, I never go to Walmart. There's one back there at Gerrard Square. That's the closest one to me. I just never go there. It's still just kind of a bit of a journey, you know? A 40-minute walk from my place. Of course, I could get there on the streetcar quicker, but I just never do it. Can't even remember the last time I went into a Walmart to buy something. Probably like 5 years or more. Right, later, Barbarian. The Shoppers at Yonge and Carlton is open 24 hours. The one at Yonge and Dundas is open till 12, I think. There's also one on Sherbourne in St. Jamestown, and there's one on Parliament in Cabbagetown. I never go to those ones though. I'm not sure how late those ones are open until. Ever tried almond milk? Yeah, I prefer the soy milk. Is that right? It's not 24/7 anymore? Like, what about on like Friday, Saturday? Does it stay open 24 hours on weekends? That one was always 24 hours. That must be a new thing if they stopped. We're in East Chinatown, Chinatown East, whatever you want to call it. Bum, 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 bum. Chantel says it is open 24 hours. I don't know what to think now. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. There's also a Shoppers Drug Mart in Regent Park on Dundas. They're everywhere. Shoppers Drug Marts are everywhere, man. There's like one in every direction from my place, pretty much. Alright, we're crossing Broadview. Whew. I wonder if they had too many sketchy people going in and causing trouble, you know, when they were open all night. It wouldn't surprise me if that's why they changed the hours to midnight. Right across the street on the other corner was the 7-Eleven that used to be there, and that place closed down because of that. It basically got shoplifted to death, that 7-Eleven that was on that corner. So many sketchy people congregate around the subway station there on the corner, and that 7-Eleven would just get swarmed swarmed by people. Up to no good. Up to no good, I say. And now no new business wants to open on that corner. It's been vacant ever since. Yeah, let's let the sketchy people determine, you know, how businesses operate and how they are convenient or not convenient to the people who live in the city. Hannah, $2. Here's a root beer for Ken. Thank you, Hannah. Very much appreciated, Hannah. Very kind of you. Thanks. Hello, Mary's. This car is coming in here to the Tim Hortons, of course. Hey, look at that, we're coming back into downtown. I never thought I'd see it again. It's been so long. Mr. D and the squad. How you doing, Mr. D and the squad? Or a good night. I'm just going to go. I've come too far to wait for some red light. Dinner plans? Just the usual, I guess. Nothing fancy or anything. Darkness has fallen across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Have a good night, Chris. Werewolves of Toronto. Dun 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 dun. Ow, werewolves of Toronto. Dun dun. Ow, dun 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 dun. Ow. Werewolves of Toronto. Deborah is here. What's up, Deborah? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Kenneth has left the building. Good evening, Matthew. I am a whistling fool. Frank Zappa might have been a dancing fool, but I am a whistling fool. A hunka burning love. I'm getting loopy, I think. It's River Street. I'm just trying to think. Which Shoppers Drug Mart should I go to? So many options. That's right, Deborah. That's right. Respect the talent. Respect my authority and my talent. Getting loopy with the heat and the 3.5 hours of walking in the heat. We are walking past Regent Park. Regent Park. This is the old part of Regent Park. People still live in these units here and there. But further up, they're all boarded up. About to come down, about to be demolished. Hey, Paradigm Miner, keep doing you. You usually do not super chat. Well, thank you very kindly for going ahead and sending a super my way. Very, very much appreciated, Paradigm Miner. Thank you, that means a lot. Cheers to you. Puts a little bit of a spring in my step. Hey, Bill Chow, the 295th. Hey, almost at 300 likes. That's not bad considering the lower view count tonight. Got too much competition going on right now, I think. Like about 150 viewers lower than the norm, I would say. Here's the boarded up buildings, ready to come down. Go to the shoppers at Yonge and Dundas. I don't know if I want to go past my street though, you know? Go past my street and then I have to go back again to get home. Upside down perfect. Well, we're just walking past an old boarded up housing project, so the streets here are not usually too busy on this part of Gerrard. If you go to Dundas, just to the south, it's a lot more active, and Parliament Street up ahead is busy usually. Cabbagetown, Main Street. This is just a old boarded up housing project. Look at, it's all going to be torn down. The old Regent Park. Da 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 da. It's dark here, yeah. It's quite dark here. I'm thinking I'll go to the Shoppers on Parliament. as long as it's still open. Sometimes the stores here in Cabbagetown have weird hours. They tend to close early sometimes. I noticed the grocery store closes at 9. The No Frills closes at 9 instead of 10. Most of the other grocery stores close at 10 around the area. They go to bed earlier in Cabbagetown, I guess. I'm not sure how late the Shoppers is open. I guess we'll find out. I might end up having to go to the one at Yonge, either Yonge and Carlton or Yonge and Dundas. The Sherborne one might be open later too. It is closed? Are you serious? But why? Why would a Shoppers be closed so early? That's wacky. But if you're watching for the first time, or I've been watching for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, by all means, do me a solid and hit the subscribe. You can check out more streams. I do these regularly, several times a week. I'll go live here in the city. But I also post pre-recorded videos on all the other days of the week that I don't go live. Closes at 10. What's up with Cabbagetown? This is where I started the stream. I started the stream right here. We've come full circle. I think it'll be a 4-hour stream. Well, we have 28% battery left on my phone. The stream will be only as long as my phone stays alive. Even though it's plugged into my power bank. Let me unplug and plug back in the old reliable unplug it and plug it back in. Works miracles. So this is where we started the stream. Mana mana do 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 do. That stuck in my head now. Mana mana do 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 do. Did you ever know that I'm your hero? I am the wind beneath your wings. That's true, Bill. I noticed things in Vancouver close early. More often, more things close early. More often. Hooey! Alright, I wonder if I can make it to the Yonge and Carlton Shoppers before my phone dies. I don't feel like going to the one in St. Jamestown. Technically it's probably closer, but it also might not be open. It might have the same hours as the Cabbagetown one. At least we know the one at Yonge and Carlton is open until midnight. You can buy lottery tickets till 10:30, yet the Shoppers is open till 10. It just bothers me that unsavory characters can like affect things to the point that hours of stores become less convenient for St. Jamestown is closed? Okay, I figured. Round and round. Is that like the song by Rat? Round and round? Rat! I went through a phase where I listened to Rat. I was like, yeah, Rat! Let me play some of that Rat. Let me go to the sketchy arcade. The Skid Arcade, as we called it in North Bay. The arcade where all the skids would hang out. Listen to some Rat. You liked Rat too? Well, I'm pretty much home, but I guess I'm going to keep walking a little further. I'm going to go past home. That wasn't really my plan, but I guess that's what I'm doing. Because I kind of really want some juice, and I have none, so I have to go to where the juice is. There's a Rabba also I could go to on Jarvis, but Rabba is even more expensive than Shoppers. Alright, should I walk through Allen Gardens here at night? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Holding a streaming setup like this. Hey Rebecca, hello. Hey Petrus, hello. Allen Gardens at night can be a bit different than Allen Gardens in the day. Especially if you're bringing attention to yourself. Like I am right now. Although it's dark, maybe it's hard to see my gadgets and everything. cooled down a little. It still feels sticky and muggy though. I live like right beside here, so I walk through here in the daytime all the time when I'm streaming or recording, but yeah, I usually don't do it at night while I'm streaming or recording. I mean, I do it when I'm not streaming or recording. I have another person who does not consent to being filmed. Well, too bad. I don't need your consent, so cram it up your behind. Johnny is close to me, is he? Johnny's going south though, he's going away from me. If he was going north up Church, we might run into him. But he's going the other way. Hey, look at that. We survived walking through Allen Gardens at night while streaming. I did see about a dozen sketchy people though, but none of them said anything to me. Except for that woman. I do not consent. I do not consent to being a dumbass in my live stream. We're at Jarvis. Yeah, Johnny's going the other direction though. He's not going towards me, he's going away from me. I'd literally have to run to try and track him down. And that's not in the cards right now. My phone is close to dying. I'm heading to Young and Carlton. We're on Carlton right now. I'll see Johnny again. We always end up getting together at one point. I'm a sovereign citizen. I do not consent to people saying idiotic things in my live streams.
Yeah, please.
This is going to be the longest stream I've done in a while. We might end up at about 4 hours. One of the hottest, muggiest days, and I end up doing one of the longest streams. Who knew? Hey, thank you, Alan. Do all the things. We are downtown, where all the lights are bright. Downtown. Thank you also, Chantel. Oh, it seems to be a lot more sirens and stuff when it gets hot and muggy. I haven't sniped Johnny in a long time. I don't really do sniping, to be honest, anymore. I get sniped though, but I don't really do the sniping much. The odd time. I think T-Shots was the last time I did something like that in the Eaton Center. And even then, that was more like an accidental meetup, really. I finished my video in the Eaton Center, and then I was just walking through. And I ran into her, so that wasn't even really a snipe. I tried to snipe T-Shots another time though at Union Station, but I failed. I turned it into a video trying to snipe T-Shots, but failing miserably. I'm the snipey, not the sniper. That's right. That's when you know you've made it as a streamer, right? When you're the snipey and not the sniper. I need to get juiced. I'm craving just a nice glass of cold juice, you know, whatever, lemonade, orange juice, apple juice, any and all of it. I might even open it up and take a big drink before I even get home. I just walk down the street having a nice refreshing drink of juice. You don't like apple juice? I do. Here's where the 7-Eleven used to be. The one that got shoplifted to death. That was like well over a year ago when it closed, and it's no sign of anything else opening up here. Gotta stay hydrated. There we go. Open to midnight. Boo! That's weak. Noisy here on Yonge Street, but that's nothing new. All right, 3 minutes until we hit 4 hours, so I'll just take my time saying goodnight. It'll take us to 4 hours. Just because I haven't hit that mark in a long time during a live stream. But thanks everyone for watching me walk a hell of a long way tonight. We started on the east side of downtown in Cabbagetown. Made our way up Parliament to Bloor, and then we walked over the viaduct, continued along the Danforth all the way to Main Street. And then down Main to Gerrard, and back downtown again along Gerrard. Craziness, man. And then eventually over here onto Carlton and Yonge. 4 hours of walking in this hot, muggy nastiness out here. I feel gross, I feel disgusting. I feel alive. I feel alive though. Sometimes you gotta make yourself feel gross and disgusting to feel alive, you know what I'm saying? But I am gonna head inside here and get myself some refreshing beverages. Hopefully, watch them be all out or something. Imagine that, all out. If that happens, I'm gonna walk down to the other shoppers at Yonge and Dundas. I'm determined, man, I'm determined. But I hope to see you all in my next stream on Friday, and there'll be World Cup stuff going on, right? So we'll see how that pans out. Maybe I'll walk around down by the stadium, we'll see. Not too sure exactly. We'll take it in, whatever's going on. We'll take in some of the commotion. Maybe get close to some of the action. So I look forward to that. I hope to see you there. And tomorrow night I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video around 7:15 p.m. so I hope to see you in the live chat for that too. I'll be in the chat, of course. So a big thanks to everyone for watching. All the regulars, any newbies, welcome and cheers. New subscribers, channel members, mods, thank you very much. Vivian, Alan K. And all those who sent support with Super Chats, Super Stickers, or any PayPal donations that I have yet to check. But thank you in advance if there are any of those. So yeah, good times, everyone. Stay cool. It's going to get hot. It's going to get even muggier in the coming day or two. And we're hitting 4 hours right now. Bammo. All right, that's it for all for tonight. Before I get any more loopy. Until next time, I will continue. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. And that's a yoink. Long stream, long stream.